My name is Ketan. A lot of students have emailed, commented, WhatsApp me saying that which slot will be getting the advantage or disadvantage once the normalization takes place or once the scaling takes place. So guys, understand this. There are three slots that we are talking about. First of all, a very basic understanding, like what is normalization. See, in CAT examination or in any examination wherein you have more than one slot, what happens is the level of difficulty of each slot, maybe 2 slots or 3 slots, varies, right? Now, again, it is next to impossible to have the examination in different slot with the exact level of difficulty. That is definitely not possible, right? The same thing we have observed with CAT since so many decades now. So what does normalization do when you have slot 1, slot 2, slot 3 on a different level of difficulty? It brings down to all the slots at a one level of difficulty, which is called as normalization. That's a layman's rule, I would say. So this is exactly what is going to be happening with all the slots. Now, a lot of students have been saying that my slot was tough, I should be getting more marks. Somebody was saying that, oh, you know what, my slot was also tough, so I should also be getting some more marks. Now, it doesn't work like that. If you understand, the paper was set in a very strategic way. In slot 1, Quant was easy. In slot 2, Dadar was easy. In slot 3, VARC was easy. So if you look at across all the slots, some sections were easy, some sections were tough comparatively. Comparatively. When I compare slot 1 Quants with slot 2 and slot 3, then slot 1 Quants looks easy. If I just look at Quants only from slot 1 perspective and don't do any comparison of that particular Quants level of difficulty with any other slot, then I will not be able to take that call whether this particular Quant is tough or not. But when I compare it with second and the third slot, I get to know, oh, you know what? Relatively, it was on the easier level. Fine. Same goes for DLR. In this slot 2, DLR was relatively easy or more doable compared to slot 1 and slot 3. Right? So every slot had these kind of things. Now, according to me, once the normalization happens or once the scaling is done, guys, I firmly believe in slot 1, Quants, if your raw score is XYZ, you might lose a bit of marks as far as the scaling is concerned because it was easy. In slot 2, the same thing can happen with DLR. In slot 3, the same thing can happen with VRC. So you definitely have a section. Wherein, for the fact it was easier than the other 2 slots, you might tend to lose a bit of marks. Maybe 2 to 3% of the marks, right? Which comes around, let's say, I think it's not going to be more than a mark or 1.25, something like that. So the impact is going to be there, but it's not going to be exponential impact. It's going to be slightly, there is going to be impact, no doubt about it. But on the other hand, this argument has the different level also. Is that if I'm losing a bit of marks in the quant section in slot 1, I'm also getting some marks in VRC and DLR in section 1, in slot 1. In the slot 2, if I'm losing some marks from DLR, I'm also getting some marks from VRC and Quants. In slot 3, if I'm losing some marks in VRC, I'm getting some marks in Quants and DLR. And that's what the normalization is all about. That they will bring it down all the level of difficulty at a one single level. So your scores will be adjusted accordingly. So none of these slots will have an extreme advantage as such. You getting the point? But again, guys, let's be rational. Every year there will be students who will say that, oh, you know what? I was in slot 1, slot 3 student got a little bit more marks than me. It's just psychology, the way we look at things. Now, keeping this thing aside, some of the comments I saw on my a video yesterday which I published, and a student commented saying that a lot of people say that, sir, I lost 10 marks, 5 marks, 6 marks. I'm from slot 2, I'm from slot 3. When I uploaded my scores, my raw scores on XYZ website. Now here is the argument for that, or here is an explanation for that, guys. See, what happens when you upload these scores on XYZ website, what happens is the number of students who filled in that form and the standard deviation applied on the number of applicants was how much? 50,000? 60,000? 70,000? Let's say 80,000. That is not even 50% of the entire number of students who applied for CAT, which is 1,92,000. Right? And people who have actually bothered to put in their raw score and change their percentile are actually serious students. think about this. Think about this. If you are scoring around about 80 score as a raw score, if your score is 80 as a raw score, you will definitely go ahead and put the numbers and check your expected percentile. Now understand this. Students who got 10 marks, 20, 30, 40, they won't do that. And even if they do, some of them will be doing that, not all of them. So understand this. Your data, brother, is getting compared with the rest of 60-70,000 students, in which a lot of students have done very good job. Okay? So the data is getting skewed here. You are being compared with all the good folks out there. That is the reason you will see that you have lost 5, 6, 7 marks here and there. But when your number gets compared with 1,92,000 students in the country, because that's what IIMs will be doing, right? That's what exactly IIM will be doing. Because as a website, how much number we can get? 60, 70, 80, 90,000 people? Maybe a lakh, but not everybody. But when scaling happens, when normalization happens, every single student who appeared for CAT, which is precisely 1,91,660 something. And when your score gets compared with the entire Janta or entire population, you will see the jump in your score. So correctly, if you feel that you have lost a couple of marks, don't feel bad about it, because you've been compared with all the good folks out there. But when the comparison happens with everybody, I'm very sure you will be happy at the end of the day, guys. Right? So that's all from my side. I hope this clears the entire concept of normalization, and I hope this clears the sort of an air about the slot 1, slot 2 and slot 3. But again, on the D-day, the report card का day जो होगा, वहाँ पे चीजें clear हो जाएगी. I would again advise you. I don't really see that any slot having the undue advantage as such. But yeah, slot 3 people can probably get a mark a little bit on the upper hand, but then I still believe that probably won't happen, because that's the way normalization takes place. And I think everybody should be happy at the end of the day. So guys, that's it from my side. I hope this video helps you. By the way, if you want me to make a couple of more videos, which will help you to have more understanding towards CAT, I'll be more than happy to do that. And the only thing I would say that focus on ZAT, focus on SNAP, focus on NMAT, focus on the other exams. If you're doing a very good job, start focusing on JDPI. I have a session from tomorrow. If you want to join us, you can join us. Guys, that's it from my side. Take care of yourself. Keep killing. Take care. Bye bye.